the final Saturday of the home schedule. The Braves are here, game 2. And their lineup pretty much the same as it was last night. So we'll tell you, with Prado leading the way at that 8-game hitting streak, the Braves are 4th in the league in batting average. They're 6th in runs and 10th in home runs. They don't do a whole lot of running these days, but they have enough offense to go with their very good pitching to get it done, and they're still 3.5 back of Colorado. Garrett Mock will have a tough test today.
PNC Bank scouting report, obviously his last couple of starts he's given up a lot of runs in one inning, so avoid the big inning. Don't show all your pitches in the first inning or the first trip through the lineup, and keep going deep into ball games. Jim Riggleman, even though he's had those setbacks, has allowed him to go deep in the last couple of starts. He's done very well.
Right on time at 105. Cloudy skies today, 66 degrees. Latest I heard was a 50% chance of rain today.
Who told you that? Medwick?
I have my sources. No, Medwick's more concerned with fooling us on trivia, which he has not done a very good job of this week, I might add.
End of the season for Medwick.
Yeah. Nate McLeod, the hitter, and he takes a half swing. Former Brave Pete Orr is at third base today. Ryan Zimmerman not injured, just a little beat up at this stage of the season, like all the everyday guys are. So Jim Riggleman gives him a day off. He plays across from Adam Dunn. Desmond Gonzalez up the middle. There's the possibility Christian Guzman may not play shortstop again this year. More on that later. Willingham, Harrison, Dukes. Pete Orr can play anywhere. I know Debbie Taylor asked Jim this morning about the value of having a versatile guy like him. Martin Prado's a hot hitter. 17 for his last 33. Pretty good when your number 2 guy's batting .305. And Garrett misses away 2-0. Ten-year veteran Paul Emmel has the plate today. Scott Berry, the crew chief, Tim Cheetah, and Bruce Dreckman, the bases. The Braves lead the season series 8-4 over the Nats. Nationals still have the advantage here, winning 4 of 7. And by the way, the Braves didn't get any help last night from St. Louis. Colorado gave up a lead and then came back to win at home, so they're still 3.5 up on Atlanta in the wild card race. Giants and Florida 5 games out. Their time is running out, and in fact the Braves will go home from here tomorrow night and play the Marlins in Atlanta before the Nats come in Thursday. That was close, and Mock doesn't get the call. He's not happy about it, and Prado's aboard with 1 out.
See the pitch track right here.
What is wrong with that?
That is a beautiful thing right there, above the knees. Huh? And he even went across the plate.
I mean, it was almost over the very middle of the plate. How does an umpire miss that call? And things like that early can really set a bad tone for a pitcher.
Well, you watched John Landon last night show his maturity. Hopefully Garrett Mock can take a little heat from that and just say, listen, all right, walk that guy. Now I've got the heart of their lineup. I really have to focus on Chipper and McCann.
Chipper hitting at .269, couple of hits last night. Another one here. Having a little smile with Adam Dunn. They almost ran into each other over at the first base bag.
Well, he could barely walk. He's got such a bad back, and he still can hit. So you have to beware. Pitch away. He goes after it. Gets the ground ball. It was just lucky for Chipper. It got up the middle.
I was just checking my notes on Martin Prado. He is 6'1", not 7'1". Just to make sure.
7-1, that'd be a heck of a size for a second base.
Yeah, well, if he was 7-1, that would have been ball 4. 2 on, 1 out. The Braves got 2 runs in the first inning last night. This out of the gate thing has been a problem for the Nationals pitchers lately. Fastball outside.
Try to get another ground ball. Be careful pitching away. Even though John Lannon's left-handed, he threw him away and McCann took it to left. Like you said last night, a very professional group of hitters. There's John. John, you did a great job last night.
Very trying circumstances. Now it's ball 2.
Yeah, but you can't control that. You know, control what you can control. You can't control the defense. We'll talk a little bit later about the ball that was missed in the outfield. I talked to Justin Maxwell about that. I mean, that's stuff you can't control, but you can control your emotions, and John did a great job.
Broken bat, base hit. Prado heading for third. He'll be held by Brian Snitker, and the bases are loaded with 1 out.
Good pitch to McCann, breaks his bat. Let's go through the whole pitch sequence. Fastball away from him. Then he's going to throw him a fastball down and in. Throws him another fastball and just destroys his bat. So he's actually gotten the ground ball by Chipper that went up the middle, and then he breaks the guy's bat and it goes into right. So got to try to put this all out of your head if you're Garrett Mock. You got to force at any base. Try to stop the big inning from happening right now.
Next up, Garrett Anderson. Garrett Anderson is nearing 2,500 hits.
He was a hit machine with the Angels.
Yes, he was. He had a base hit here last night early. Prado walked. He's at third. Jones a single, second. McCann a single, first. And Garrett Anderson 7 hits away from 2,500. Fouls it away in the count 0-2 at this stage of his career. If you get a ground ball, he's a definite double play guy. He's bounced into 11 of them. Mott's going primarily fastball breaking ball here. Hasn't really pulled out the off-speed stuff yet.
Yeah, fastball changeup. And I was thinking along those lines, this may be the time to roll that big curveball up in there.
He's got a good one.
Low. Has an excellent one. Talked to Steve McCaddy about his stuff again today, and he's got tremendous ability to throw all of his pitches. It's just the sequencing. Nice.
Got in off speed in the dirt, just as Coach Dibble called it. 2 outs.
Well, and it's not just Coach Dibble. Coach McCaddy stresses the exact same thing. If you're going to pitch a guy, especially off speed, it's got to be down. And you see the grip there. He goes in, gets the circle change, sells it with the arm speed of a fastball. And when you're throwing 95 and you drop 81 in there, even the best hitters like a Garrett Anderson get fooled.
Here's Yunel Escobar, the shortstop.
Big breaking ball, very nice.
He has the best batting average in all of baseball with runners in scoring position, 379. Garrett jams him and a foul ball off to the right. They've got 3 of the top 10 in the league.
There's the team average with runners in scoring position.
In fact, they have 4 of the top 10. Escobar, McLeod, McCann, and Jones.
That's outstanding. 283 as a team. Like you said, a good unit. When they do get somebody in scoring position, they get them in.
Ground ball, unlucky. Base hit, right field. Prado scores. Jones coming in. There's a shot. Dunn cut it off and then didn't throw it anywhere. There might have been a shot to get the slow-footed Chipper Jones at home plate. 2-0 Braves.
Well, it's a good pitch away, just not low enough. And Escobar just shoots the gap between first and second. Talked about this team. They're unselfish. They're smart. Elijah hits the cutoff, and as you said, Adam Dunn needs some communication either from Bart or someone in the infield to let him know that Escobar was going to second base. I don't know how or why he was allowed to go to second base, but that's a communication breakdown.
Yeah, the idea of cutting the ball off is to make a throw to get the hitter as he tries to go between first and second. So the Braves lead 2-0 in the first inning again. 73 RBIs for Escobar. And Adam LaRoche, who's driven in 76. And that's only in this league. He had 3 more with the Red Sox, so he's nearing 80 RBIs.
And once again, a deep first inning for the pitcher. Last night it was 35 pitches for Lannon. It's going to be the 24th pitch here for Mock, and now they're just going to put on LaRoche and take their chances with Diaz with the bases loaded. So John Lannon there, Bob and I talked about last night, had to throw 20 extra pitches because of the defense in the first inning last night.
Well, that bad call on Prado, resulting in his walk, may be having the same effect here. The Braves will send at least 8 men to the plate like they did last night. Game notes for you: the Braves are 12-2, best in baseball since the second week of September. Garrett Mock, it's obvious he has to get ahead or he's in trouble. And Yunel Escobar now adding to his average with runners in scoring position. So that 379 goes to 384 with that hit. That is some great hit. This is trouble. Pete Orr, and then the ball comes out of his hand, and 2 more runs score. Looked like Pete was going to throw to first. He decided to hold the ball, and it came out. Base hit, RBI, and then the error allows Escobar to score.
This play will make you appreciate Ryan Zimmerman a little bit more. Pete Orr, very versatile utility guy, comes in, barehands it, tries to hold up and fake the throw, and it falls out of his hand. And another run comes in because of that. And you can chalk that also up to the lack of communication, as Escobar would not have been on second base and would be now standing on third. Little things, extra bases, things like that, they add up.
This is the 5th game of this homestand. The Nationals have made 9 errors. Tommy Hanson 2 for 33 with an RBI as a major league hitter. Pitch number 30 coming up. John Lannon threw 35 in the first inning last night. Up the middle to his right, and right over to Desmond goes Gonzalez. 4 runs, 3 of them earned, and the Braves off to a great start. Ninth in home runs, Southwest.com lineup. And over the last 24 games, Elijah Dukes hitting at a .333 clip. He's also drawn 19 of his 41 walks on the year. Ian Desmond down in the number 8 hole. He's 2 for his last 23. And the Nats will face Tommy Hanson. I think it's interesting, Rob, as a rookie pitcher, he's only had 5 no decisions this year. He finds a way to stick around long enough to give the Braves an honest day's work.
He goes deep into ball games, Bob, and that's can't touch this. Right-handers hitting 190 versus him this year, 37 for 195 with 3 home runs. He was Rookie of the Month, Employee of the Month in June, 4-0 with a 2.4 ERA, and he was a 22nd round pick. Played the spring schedule at college, then signed, and has been excellent ever since in that organization.
Willie Harris and Pete Orr, lefties up at the top of the lineup. Tommy Hanson's only 23 years of age.
He's 6'6", 220.
90-mile-an-hour, strike one, his first pitch. And a breaking ball on 0-2.
We talk about the first, fifth, and ninth innings for pitchers. The 5th inning for Hanson seems to be his inning that he gives up a lot of runs. 12 runs in the 5th inning this year. Only 2 in the 1st inning.
Pretty good for 19 times out. And this is a pitcher that was drafted in the 22nd round. Willie Harris will try to hook that ball and will. Pull that outside pitch. Rolls it over to Adam LaRoche for the first out. Braves defensively, they're in the bottom 6 in the league, mainly because Chipper Jones has 21 errors and Escobar 12 at shortstop. But nobody else has more than 7 who plays every day, and that's Prado. I wouldn't call them a spectacular defensive team, but for the most part, solid. And Chipper plays on the grass with former teammate Pete Orr in the batter's box. Chipper knows how fast Pete is. 15 hits and 53 at bats. He's hitting .283.
Well, 13 times this year he's gone 6 innings or more, and 6 times this year he's gone 7 innings or more. I spoke to the announcers of the Braves today, and they talked about Javi Vasquez has been amazing all year and going deep into ball games. Gives your bullpen a rest. Also cuts out the middlemen. That's something, as I said yesterday, I talked to Jack Morris, and I said, he threw 175 complete games in his career. He said, I didn't want anybody coming in my games, period. I don't care if it was the closer or a reliever.
Two quick outs, and Josh Willingham batting third for the first time I can remember this year.
Throws 4 pitches for strikes. You will see one of his pitches. Wow. And the slider right here. Short armor. Comes up. And the X mode shows you the distance between the ball and the bat. And the rotation.
Willingham at 270. 12 hits in his last 81 at bats. A 148 batting average over the last month. Goes to right center. It'll play for Nate McLouth right in front of the scoreboard. And the Nats go 1-2-3 after giving up 4 in the top of the inning. Taking a ball game here at the ballpark. See for yourself. StubHub.com, official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Washington Nationals. Levon and Derek Lowe tomorrow. And then for the Mets series, Ross Detweiler, Nelson Figueroa Monday, J.D. Martin, Mike Pelfrey Tuesday, John Lannon, Tim Redding Wednesday. I recently purchased some college football tickets on StubHub.com and found it a very quick and efficient experience. All different sports, including Nats baseball. Top of the order, Nate McLouth again. Led off the game with a half-swing ground ball to Pete Orr. And then 7 of the next 8 Braves got on base. My. That was a missile. And Nate McLouth is acting like that didn't feel real good in his hands or his arms. The barrel of the bat took off past first base coach Glenn Hubbard. Oh, that's why he got
hit in the inside of the right knee.
Yeah, hit himself with the ball, and then the bat went flying. Wow.
That's 94-mile-an-hour fastball that just was deadened by the bat, went right down.
Bats and balls. Why coaches are wearing helmets now. Might be a matter of time before the umpires out there do the same.
Well, it was a foul ball that killed Mike Coolball.
Yeah,
Coolball down in the minor leagues. Former major leaguer. He was coaching first. Hit him in the neck area.
And a ground ball to the right side. Gonzalez to his right. Low throw picked by Dunn. 1 out.
Nice play all around. Alberto had to get rid of the ball in a hurry. And Adam Dunn, while stretching, makes a nice scoop. Alberto has to come towards the bag, throw across his body. It's going to skip right there at the end, but Adam Dunn stays on there. Adam's got to watch that foot. His foot is all over the bag, halfway in the bag. tripped Orlando Hudson. I just don't want him to get spiked.
Yeah. And on that play, it was an in-between hop that he was leaning back on. I'm sure Adam would much rather have that short hop Gonzalez just gave him. The in-between hop is what first basemen really struggle with, even the good ones. Martin Prado on a 1-0 pitch, and he jacks one down the line. That will one hop the left field wall, hit extremely hard. We talked about this kid's power last night. He has 11 home runs and now 34 doubles. So that's 45 extra base hits out of the Braves' #2 hitter.
Talked about trying to get inside on Prado. That ball's supposed to be away. It comes up and in. You don't want to make mistakes up in the zone. And you see the kid just shorten up and hack it down the line.
Uh-oh, he's the Raul Ibanez of the Braves. 457 against Washington.
Well, and as I said, Ronnie Belliard had told other players, I didn't say this publicly when he was playing for us, but he was just looking for balls from the middle of the end.
And Elijah Dukes muffed a line drive right at him. We can't blame that one on the lights, even though they are on. And I tell you what I think happened there. Prado was trapped off of second base. Elijah was smelling a double play. He was thinking about his throw before he caught the ball. And the Nats' brutal defense continues. That's now 10 errors on this homestand.
Well, I agree with Bob. Elijah took his eye off of it for a second to see where the runner was. Prado was in between second and third.
This is really hard to believe. What's going on with this defense?
These are major leaguers. That's what's hard to believe. Comes off the inside. Great job by the Exmo.
Another line drive. Garrett Mock not fooling anybody right now. 3 rockets in this inning. Everything working against the Nats here. Young pitchers giving up extremely hard hit balls and a defense struggling to catch them. Garrett Anderson will be next. Braves lead 5-0. And a pop-up on the infield. Ian Desmond. In 11 innings of this series, the Nationals have now given up 5 unearned runs.
today a film crew from Hollywood is here shooting scenes. This is their third trip here to the ballpark. They're shooting scenes for an upcoming Jim Brooks film. The working title is How Do You Know? It features Owen Wilson, who plays a Nats relief pitcher who falls in love with an Olympic softball player who was just cut from the team. That, of course, is Reese Witherspoon. Jack Nicholson also in the movie. And Owen, of course, was here in June shooting scenes in the bullpen and the Nats clubhouse, Bob.
I wonder what his ERA was. Well, that's pretty cool. We'll look forward to seeing that someday. 1-1 to Adam Dunn, Elijah Dukes, and Josh Bard to follow. In the bottom of the second with the Braves on top 5-0.
I think Charlie Sheehan was the closest to getting it right as far as relief pitchers go in the movie Major League.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Let's go back to July 4th. Tommy Hanson giving up only 9 home runs this year.
As I recall, he was in the middle of a long scoreless streak. Did that end it with that one swing of the bat?
I think the Nats had scored before that in that game, but I'm paging through and arriving at that page. You're right, they were getting shut out. They would score 4 runs the following inning and beat the Braves that day 5-3 behind John Lannon, who at that time had a winning record of 6-5. In fact, prior to that swing, the Nationals have been shut out on 2 hits in 6 innings. Nick Johnson and Anderson Hernandez had those hits. Three and 2 to Adam. Over by the dugout. It'll go well out of play. And we're talking about Tommy Hanson, Rob. We're talking Rookie of the Year candidate with a young slugger from the Pirates, Kobe Rasmus, solid for St. Louis. Casey McGee of Milwaukee, J.A. Happ on a division-winning team, and Chris Coughlin of Florida, who was really a find for the Marlins in their leadoff spot.
Well, and those 3 rookies on there, Rasmus, Happ, and Hanson, are all going to figure huge in the playoffs, too. So if the Braves have a chance to make it to the playoffs, it'll be on the right arm of Hanson. Happ may be in the first round starting for the Phillies. And obviously Rasmus has done a great job playing all the outfield positions with the Cardinals. That's going to be a tough Rookie of the Year pick this year.
It is.
All of a sudden, Garrett Jones out of Pittsburgh, has put himself on the map. All those trades that they made gave him more playing time, and he's making the most of it.
Long at bat by Dunn. Here's pitch number 10. Off speed. He just totally took the air out of Adams' swing right there. That's 6-3. That was Escobar playing over there on the shift. And 4 in a row. Tomorrow is our final family fun day. Pre-game player autographs for everybody. After the game, the kids run the bases. First 5,000 kids tomorrow, 12 and under through the gates, receive a free Build-A-Bear Workshop Screech. Nats and Braves, first pitch 1:35. Nationals.com or 202-675-NATS for tickets. Elijah Dukes at 255. Hansen this year, right up around 115 innings now. 101 strikeouts, 43 walks.
Lowest ERA by a rookie Braves pitcher since 1943.
Duke's reaching, he's gone. Another K for Hansen, 5 in a row to start the game.
Well, a lot of pitching is about feeling the aggressiveness of the opposing hitter, and right there he just feels it from Elijah Dukes. He wants to probably make good on the play he just muffed in right field, and he throws him a lot of off-speed stuff down and away. We have not seen Elijah really expand his zone in some time, so credit Hansen with making him go after that pitch way down and away.
Josh Bart goes up first pitch swinging. It's going to be another quiet offensive start to the Washington afternoon. 6 in a row. Hansen on top, 5-0. For a dealer, his name is Atahualpa Severino, a 24-year-old left-handed pitcher from the Dominican. Last year he pitched at Hagerstown and Pictomic. He's been a professional now for 6 minor league seasons. Did not pitch at all back in '05 because of injury, and here's what he did this year at High A Potomac and Double A Harrisburg. Quite a record, 15 saves, good ERA. And Rob Dibble, the Nats may be onto something with him and young Mr. Storin having made it to Double A as well.
Well, as long as he continues to throw strikes, I like that low walk ratio to innings pitched. Strikeouts are there. Minor leagues are going to swing at everything you throw up there, but got to throw strikes when you come up here. Looks like he's getting that down there. He looks like he's got good velocity left-handed.
Even though it's a name hard to pronounce, it's a name to remember. Atahualpa Severino.
Well, we'll figure out his nickname and just call him
Addy.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Addy Severino.
How about Attaboy?
Attaboy.
He'll be 25 in November. Top of the third underway here. Escobar. A bouncing ball for a 2-run single first time. Pete Orr charges that one. And the top of the third is underway with a ground ball out.
Well, there's nobody on base. Can't hit with runners not in scoring position.
Interesting, Garrett Mock has retired all 3 leadoff hitters he has faced. Problems have come with 1 out, and here's Adam LaRoche. Only 1 other ball game in progress. Seattle at Toronto. Everything at 4 o'clock or later today. including the Red Sox trying to win at New York, where they were beaten last night. The Tigers at Chicago tonight. Minnesota at Kansas City tonight. And Garrett Mott just can't get 2 outs in a row to start the inning. That ball hits off Adam Dunn and goes all the way to the gap. LaRoche aboard. And another error on the Nats, their third of the day.
Wow, this ball is a rope, and it hits Adam. It hits him off the forearm.
Yeah, that's a bad scoring call.
Yeah, that's a hit. And
they'll change that.
It hits him and almost goes all the way to the wall. I think that shows the velocity of LaRoche's hit.
Yeah. Here's Matt Diaz, who dribbled that one down to Pete Orr first time. He spins one over to Adam Dunn. 2 outs. And here's Tommy Hanson, the pitcher. He'll be batting for the second time. Games of interest tonight and an amazing pitching matchup in Denver. Adam Wainwright 18-8 for St. Louis. Ubaldo Jimenez 14-11 for the Rockies, who are trying to stay 3.5 up on the Braves. And St. Louis, they're trying to clinch for the 3rd day in a row. Dodgers have 92 wins. Phillies and Cardinals each with 89. Well, Rob Dibble loves to talk on the radio every day about the upcoming playoffs. And Rob, a chance to look at the pitchers right now.
Well, if it wasn't for Padilla with the Dodgers, they could be in trouble because Billingsley is still struggling in L.A. But Lee trade over there with the Phillies is going to help out them in the playoffs. Pedro Martinez, by the way, has a stiff neck, was scratched. Wainwright, Carpenter, both of those guys are going to be up for the Cy Young Award. Pinheiro, a great ground ball specialist. De La Rosa, Marquis, and Jimenez, as good as any 3 in the National League if they can get into the playoffs. And looks like they're getting closer as far as the wild card goes. And then Lowe, Vasquez, Jair Jurgens, and Tommy Hanson. As you said yesterday, Bob, the best pitching staff may not be in the playoffs.
Left on base.
Who's modeling some of the things that you can get: an apron, a banner, and check out the wig. And Bob and Rob, I also have to tell you, one of the hottest items right now, the Steven Strasburg number 37 jerseys. So come down and check it out. Back to you guys.
Well, Strasburg has his own jersey. He has his own locker. Well, let's hope he has a bunch of W's next year, and we'll see him up here at some point. And we go to the bottom of the third here with the Nats and the Braves getting together. Bottom three, Gonzalez, Desmond, and Mock. 5-0 Atlanta. Tommy Hanson, 29 pitches, 19 strikes in the first 2 innings.
I like Tommy Hanson even more. He has a mastiff named Hooch,
which for people who do not know is a very large dog.
Remember the movie Turner and Hooch, the big slobbery red-headed dog de Bordeaux? He's a big guy. He needs a big dog. Got to try to start chipping away here, manufacture some runs. As we said before the game started, though, it's been a struggle since Nigel Morgan was injured.
Tommy Hanson started the year in the minor leagues at AAA Gwinnett, the Braves' new AAA club just north of Atlanta. He was 3-3 in 11 starts there, but he had a 1.49 ERA. So his minor league record was 23-18 when he got called up. He's retired the first 7 Nats in a row, and I'm going to put the jinx on him right here early, Rob. Last year on June 25th, he threw the first no-hitter in the history of the Mississippi Braves, their AA, when he struck out 14 Birmingham Barons.
Wow. Well, right before he got called up in May, threw 40 innings, struck out 52, walked 8.
Wow.
He's averaging 100 pitches per start. So
how do you lose 3 games down there? No run support.
Defense, no run support. There's a lot of different stories about the minor leagues. But obviously, they talked about Tommy Hanson probably making the team out of spring training. A lot of people speculate that he was sent to the minor leagues to keep him a little bit farther away from arbitration.
They do things like that?
Sometimes.
Wow.
If this kid's a keeper, that's the thing. You shouldn't worry about what it's going to cost you to keep him. Very hard to find solid pitching these days.
Ian Desmond is 2 for his last 23 now. So at one point he was 11 for 22, batting 500, and now he's 13 for 45. But he continues to hit the ball on the button most of the time.
Yes, he does. It's a game of adjustments. He's going to have to adjust to the book that's been written about him already in his short time in the big leagues.
He waits for that breaking ball and jacks it to left.
There goes your no-hitter that you talked about jinxing.
All right. I just wanted to get that out of the way early.
What about the shutout? I think the shutout needs to go by the wayside.
I don't know. He had one shutout last year, and that was a no-hitter. So
yeah, nice breaking ball right there. But Desmond, the rookie, doing a great job sitting back, keep the hands back, and whammo in between third and short.
Anything else you'd like me to take care of between?
We need about 7 or 8 runs. They have 5. So we have a touchdown in our dugout.
Garrett Mott lays one down, deadens it perfectly. 3-4 on the sacrifice. And the Nats get a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Mets are coming in for 3 starting Monday. And Monday night it's free team photo night, and attached to the photo a 2010 early bird schedule. 202-675-NATS or nationals.com for ticket information.
And I rather enjoyed the fireworks last night to the music of Michael Jackson.
That was a good climax to the season. And Willie Harris will keep the inning going with an RBI hit. Willie drives in his 27th of the year. The Nats are on the board. Get him on, get him over, get him in. Starting at the bottom of the order, the Nationals play textbook small ball here in the third inning.
We've come to expect this out of our ball club. Big 2-out hits. Willie Harris has gotten on fire again. Last couple of games hitting the ball well. So Ian Desmond gets the base hit. Sacked over to second by Mock and brought in 2 outs by Willie Harris. Well manufactured.
Maybe Willie's running. I don't know. Down 4 if you do that. You'd love to see Willingham get aboard here in that batter's box, and Pete Orr can keep it going, but he'll pop it up on the first pitch. Shortstop Escobar puts it away. The Nats are run on 2 singles around to sacrifice. 5-1 now.
By Garrett Mock, didn't get any help by the umpire. Then he strikes out Garrett Anderson, and that set the stage for the Yunel Escobar shot through the hole to the right side, and things went from bad to worse in the first inning. 4 runs came in against Garrett Mock and the Nationals, and the defense once again eludes the pitching staff. So it's 5-1 right now, Bob, as we go to the top of the 4th.
And the top of the order for the Braves for the 3rd time today, Nate McLeod. He's hit 2 ground balls.
So they did change the error on Dunn to a hit to LaRoche, is that correct?
That became a double.
Thank you.
As we thought it would. And that's the right call. Third time through the batting order starting here, and it's only the 4th inning. Martin Prado about to bat for the 3rd time, and it's only 2 o'clock. Nationals Park in our nation's capital. The Nats are only 18-46 against the East this year, and 4-8 against the Braves. Bob Carpenter, Rob Dibble, Debbie Taylor, Masson HD this afternoon. Jim Riggleman's Nationals lost 101 last night, and they're in a deep hole here, but they have scored a run. It's 5-1, and Mott blows the fastball right by Nate McLeod. Nate McLouth is 0 for 7 in this series.
Two-two pitch. Very nice 94-mile-an-hour fastball after a few changeups. Started McLouth out with the changeup, and then you speed him up. He's got no shot.
Martin Prado on base twice. He scored 2 runs. In fact, he scored runs his last 3 times up, including his 9th inning home run last night. He's already extended his hitting streak to 9 games, 18 for his last 34. He is red hot, hitting over 500 during that streak.
I like it. Coming inside, saying stop diving.
And Prado's a kid who really paid his dues. He was in the minor leagues for 7 years before the Braves brought him up in 07. He only played 28 games 2 years ago, and then he blossomed in 78 games last year, hitting .308 and 33 RBIs in those 78 games. He's still only 25, so they signed him early at the age of 17 back in 01. A classic example of a kid who paid lots of dues, and when it was his time, he was ready. He's on for the 3rd time today. And for Garrett Mock, his 3rd walk. Next up, Chipper Jones. 1 for 2 with a base hit, and then a line drive dropped by Elijah Dukes.
Well, as bad as he's supposed to be feeling, he's still swinging a pretty good bat.
He is.
You know what? Don't tell us when the guy's got a bad back or something.
Well, and I had somebody from the Braves tell me yesterday, don't believe the talk about Chipper Jones retiring.
And that could have been just a throwaway line. Yeah, you're frustrated. You're tired of being in the training room.
Well, you're tired of people asking you every day why you're hitting a .180 since the All-Star break or whatever it has been. And
of all people, this guy's entitled to a few bad months at this level.
Off-speed pitch, wild pitch. Prado down to second base with 1 out. But I was told that the people who are close to Chipper, both on the personal side and the business side, they say there is no way he's retiring.
Garrett Mock falls behind again, mostly on off-speed stuff.
And we're getting some sprinkles here at the ballpark.
I have no problem with the off-speed stuff, but work ahead so you can get to the off-speed. Don't get behind with the off-speed so you have to come back with the hard stuff. You saw Chipper waiting on 94. People came prepared. I like that.
Yep. Hi there. The game's behind her, but she doesn't care a whole lot. She's having fun with the umbrella. And that's a swing and a foul by Chipper. Romance at a baseball game. One on, 1 out. Mock 3 strikeouts, 3 walks on the day, and a little tapper.
Step and throw.
He did. Prado over to third base with 2 outs, and Brian McCann will be the hitter. You know, you were talking earlier about Brian McCann. One of the things I really like about him, it's called contact. Last year, he played 145 games and had 509 at bats. He struck out 64 times. This year, 78 times. The guy is a power hitting catcher, but he puts the bat on the ball. He usually walks nearly as much as he strikes out. How about that? Since 2006, among major league catchers. And he's only 25.
Yeah.
Braves drafted him in 02, and he played in the minor leagues for more than 3 years. before they brought him up for 59 games in 05.
Braves are still waiting for McCann to come into his own.
And I mentioned last night, first Brave ever. And it's a franchise with lots of great players in its history. First player ever to go to the All-Star game his first 4 full seasons. He's won 2 Silver Sluggers, including last year when he hit .301. The other came in 06 when he hit a very lofty .333.
One of my favorite catchers for a long time and still is Mike Piazza. Never struck out 100 times in a season. The most ever, 631 at bats back in '96, 93 punch outs.
That's amazing.
Yep. So there was a
power in the runs he produced.
427 home runs. Now McCann may never get to Mike Piazza's level, but the contact is there, and that's the key. Put it in play, put pressure on the defense.
And he's hit 20 home runs, 23 last year. Because he makes contact, you can afford to have a guy like that in the cleanup spot. 3-2 count now. And Mott bounces one. Good stop by Josh Bard. 2 on, 2 out. And Garrett Anderson will be the hitter. Aflac trivia. Medwick loves days like this.
He needs an umbrella today.
He's a duck. Braves' last Rookie of the Year. I know Chipper was one, but
I think it was McCann.
That's been a while.
Wasn't it McCann?
I think it was somebody who just played in this ballpark in the previous series.
Frank Coor.
If I remember correctly.
Was it Frank Coor?
No, that was 2 series ago. He is coming in Monday. Remember, he had a rather not nice party with the Atlanta Braves.
For call?
Tell him what he's won, Johnny. I think it's Rafael Furcal. Remember him breaking in big, I don't know, 8, 9 years ago? Garrett Anderson's 0 for 2. Let's see, Brian McCann's first full year was 06. You know why he didn't win it? Because Hanley Ramirez did. He only played 130 games that year, but he hit .333. That ball hammered to the gap. It might be up against the board. It is. Prado scores. McCann to third, and the Braves lead 6-1. Garrett Anderson, career hit number 2,494. Garrett Mott can't blame anything but the 2 walks he's issued here in the 4th inning.
So Furcal hit 295 that year in 2000. He was Rookie of the Year. 40 stolen bases. And before that, it was David Justice in 1990. Hit 28 homers, 78 runs driven in, hit 282.
Here's Escobar, 1 for 2 with a 2-run single. And Garrett Mott gets a fastball outside corner for a strike.
You know who was the Braves Rookie of the Year in 1978?
1978. Boy, those were bad times for that organization.
Rhymes with corner.
Bob Horner. I know Chipper was one. What was that, about 95 maybe?
I don't know if Chipper won that award.
Let's see here.
Might have been Hideo Nomo. I think that's when the Dodgers had a nice run of Rookies of the Year.
0-2. Rain coming down harder now. And the Braves have out hit the Nats 7-2.
Screech trying to keep dry.
That's the checkered flag for the president's race he's using. And I guess if Teddy has a pulled hamstring, a sloppy track would not be good for him today. as if it matters. One and two to Escobar. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. 4 rough innings for Garrett Mott. Braves have scored 6 runs on 7 hits and lead by 5. Exactly what he's doing today.
Well, he's battling. I mean, that's all you can do when you give up 5 runs early in the ball game. The first couple of innings, you got to battle. And you know, John Landon had to battle last night. You know, Garrett continues to show a lot of maturity. He's had to battle this way 3 straight starts. Jim Riggleman has stayed with him, and you saw Jim Riggleman go out and last half inning and discuss some things with the pitchers. So I think he's going to allow pitchers to go deep into ball games, really to evaluate them, not just for right now, but in the off season when you're talking about what is this guy made of.
Josh Willingham high in the air, right center, the ball carrying to the wall and caught by Nate McLeod. Willingham's gone deep, same spot twice, 0 for 2.
Well, we have seen a couple of balls hit very well. One by McCann and that one by the hammer, Josh Willingham. And it's a little cooler today, though. We started this game, what, about 67 degrees?
Yep.
And it's raining now, and so if it was a little warmer, maybe this ball gets out. Ball's crushed up. Kind of jams him a little bit, and see McLeod haul it in, but ball not carrying today.
Adam Dunn 0 for 1 today, 0 for 5 in the series. And Dunn 1 for his last 10. Braves trying to put a W on the board to get within 3 of Colorado in the wild card before the Rockies have to face a possible Cy Young winner tonight. Braves trying to win their 5th in a row. Adam Dunn gets nothing but air, 2 outs. That'll be strikeout number 3 for Tommy Hanson. Let's pay off Our Aflac trivia. Braves' last Rookie of the Year. The shortstop, Mr. Furcal. Deep short. Escobar. Great play. And a scoop on top of it by LaRoche. And a speedy Elijah Dukes is retired. Braves are hitting on all cylinders right now, aren't they? Defense and the pitching. Pitching, hitting in the rain here as we go to the top of the sixth inning. Official ball game now. Top of the fifth inning. Official ball game shortly. And the Braves, this is a sunny afternoon for them the way things are going. In the fifth inning, LaRoche, Diaz, and Hansen against Garrett Mock, who's thrown 80 pitches in 4 innings. Josh Bard waves off the pitcher. Plenty of time. 1 out. Adam LaRoche retired. We have seen in the past teams in situations like this when they have the lead, bottom of the order, their guys will go up and swing early in the count. They want to get those 5 innings in ASAP. Matt Diaz 1 for 2 with an infield hit. He's driven in 55 runs. Here's an example, Rob, of how good their lineup is. Their number 8 hitter is not only hitting .323, he's retired there, but he comes into the ball game with an on-base percentage of .398, and he's batting in front of the pitcher.
Well, they're patient. They make you work. 0-2 pitch right there. They're looking for something off speed. Gets the 92 fastball on the inner half.
Tapper. Yeah, they're all swinging early. Come on, bottom of the fifth, they're saying. And we are right into that part of this inning. Bard, Gonzalez, and Desmond coming right up.
He finishes last. Honest Abe, 37th win on the year.
Teddy will never be a good runner until he puts his political career aside, at least for a few moments. Now here's Josh Bard, bottom of the 5th.
Once a politician, always a politician.
Somebody waved some money over there?
No, just a baby. Kissing some babies.
I got it. Josh Bard popped a short first time. First pitch swinging back in the 2nd. He wasn't about to do that here. And ball 3. Didn't you say the 5th inning is when Tommy Hanson struggles?
12 runs given up on the season.
Well, let's see.
Most of any inning for Tommy Hanson.
Last time the Nats were in a situation like this and behind in a ball game, Jim Riggleman did not pinch hit for Garrett Mock, and he pitched a couple more innings. We'll see who goes to the on-deck circle here now that Bard's aboard and Gonzalez walks to the plate in the 5th. And for Tommy Hanson, his first walk of the day. The fact that Zach Segovia is warming up would indicate that Mock is done. Pardon me, it's Desmond on deck, and then we'll see what happens after that. If one more man gets aboard, I'm sure that'll cement the fact that Jim has to start using his bench. Regarding that bench, the only left-handed hitter in there is Christian Guzman. And Jim Riggleman, as I mentioned earlier, hinted today that Guzman probably will not play much shortstop for the next week ending the season, and may only pinch hit here and there. So there are your 2 men aboard. Here comes Desmond, and I just saw Jim Riggleman point at somebody down the bench. It's a good swing by Alberto.
He continues now in the last few games to hit down on the ball. Line drive, that's his game. When he's swinging down on the ball, he's very dangerous. When he thinks he's got a lot of power, it's a lot of long fly balls to the outfield.
Big, strong Mike Morris in the on-deck circle. Ian Desmond with a base hit when Tommy Hanson hung him a curveball first time. That's a good take on a similar pitch a little further out. Counts even 1-1. Rain falling for the last inning or so here. Way outside, 2-1. Hanson came into this inning with a very economical pitch count, averaging just over 12 pitches per inning. This is a real big pitch here on 2-1. Wow. Best fastball of the day, 93.
Nice fastball. He challenges him up and away. So if he gets beat, it's going to be to the right side. McCann back outside.
Fastball up. Playable right field line. And it's grabbed by Prado. It appeared the ball almost popped out of his glove, and that'll be a first out for the Braves.
LaRoche banged into him. Lack of communication by Diaz, LaRoche, and Prado all converge, and then Prado snow cones it. Watch it almost pop out right here.
He reached up with his bare hand and got that thing out of the glove as soon as he could.
And the Exmo shows you the action in the snow cone, and he comes down and he's looking to throw it in already. So Braves dodge a bullet right there.
Here's Mike Morse, 4 for 15 as a pinch hitter with 5 RBIs. He's an aggressive hitter. A lot of times he'll swing at the first one. He didn't get a fastball, so he took it on the outside corner.
Well, in 20 starts this season for Hansen, he's only allowed 17 runs through 4 innings. But the 5th, 6th, and 7th, he gives up 21 runs in 19 starts. So he's got no complete games, and he can be had a little bit later in the game. So I think Jim Riggleman senses this kid's given up 12 runs in the 5th inning so far in those 19 starts. Want to get on the board here with a couple more. Continues to pound the outside with the heat, and I've said this about our pitchers: if you're going to get beat, make the guy go outside the zone, expand the zone, and take it the other way.
Well, he's behind 2-1 with 2 men aboard again.
Does a little wardrobe fixing. Stands on the third base side of the rubber, so it looks like he's throwing right at Mike.
Good take, breaking ball outside. 3-1.
No, they're not holding Alberto on, so he needs to get off and get a big lead. Make sure he cannot be doubled up on a ground ball. Hansen challenged him. Some pretty big pitchers out of Oklahoma. Tommy Hansen's out of Tulsa. You got Josh Johnson's out of Oklahoma. Growing big out there.
Yeah,
don't they?
they're put together a lot like I am.
Yep, big and strong. Strapping young men. But Josh Johnson actually went out there from Maryland.
Yeah, and Tommy Hansen went to California after being born in Oklahoma. And a 3-2. Morse, center field. That ball is flying. It is gone. First home run as a National, the 4th of his major league career. It's a 6-4 game. Nate McLeod turned, never made a move, and just watched it fly about 420 feet.
Mike Morse is making a name for himself in the toughest way, pinch hitting. But he can hit. And this is a fastball that he just connects with, takes it back where it came from to the batter's eye out in dead center field. It's a 2-run ball game.
That's the Nationals' 4th pinch hit homer of the year. And Mike now has 8 pinch hit RBIs. That's a beautiful thing when a guy takes one straight away, isn't it?
Well, Mike Rizzo and I have talked a lot about him and how he figures into this situation next year. He looks like one of the top candidates to make this club for the bench purposes.
Willie Harris bunts the ball in the air. Easy catch by the pitcher. 2 outs.
Give Mike Rizzo a lot of credit. Some of the guys he has brought in here are hard-nosed, gamer-type guys. Mike wants to be an everyday player. You keep hitting like that, you'll be in the lineup. 3-2 pitch. Challenging him. Man. It's the top of the zone, and it gets crushed.
You know, Mike Morse is 27. Adam Dunn is signed for 1 more year. Depending on what his future is with the Nats or somewhere else, Mike Morse would be a really good guy to have around for the next year or 2.
Great backup. Very versatile. has even played the middle of the infield in the minor leagues this year. Came up to me after it was said that he's just a corner infielder. Said, listen, I played 33 games at second base this year, so he can play the middle infield positions.
1-1 to Pete Orr. Tommy Hanson gives up only his 10th home run of the year. The 5th inning bites him again.
16 runs.
And Ryan Zimmerman's old buddy Peter Moylan throwing for the Braves.
15 runs so far this year in the 5th inning. And it's a big inning because it's where you get on record for the win or the loss. And so if you want a decision, and you already said just 5 no decisions this year.
Yeah. And for the Nats, significant. It sets up a comeback scenario for the rest of the afternoon. Pete Orr gets jammed, and catching it is Martin Prado. So the Nats pick up 3 runs on a walk to Bard, a Gonzalez base hit, and Mike Morse 4th major league home run. It was a bomb. Another time or two today. He's at third base replacing Pete Orr. And the new pitcher will be Zach Segovia, and he's batting in the number 2 spot.
Well, Morse would also be a great right-handed power guy off the bench.
Usually bench guys, Rob, don't give you that kind of dimension in terms of that awesome power.
No. And as I said before, it's not easy. He's not getting the same type of work that a Zimmerman or Dunn, or they're getting repetition. You're getting 4 or 5 at bats every day, so you have to keep sharp any way you can. Hit extra in the cage underneath. Working hard with Rick Eckstein.
Nationals signed Segovia as a minor league free agent June 18th of last year. He appeared in 27 games at Syracuse, had an ERA of 2.54. As impressive as that is, an opponent's batting average of 184. Hasn't been able to translate it into success at this level yet. He'll get a fly ball to left. How about the ground covered by Ian Desmond? Willingham might have been able to get there, but the shortstop just raced out to take care of that. And Nate McLouth is 0 for 4 today. Come on out to the ballpark. We've got our final T-shirt Tuesday coming up. First 10,000 fans receive a free Natstown T-shirt. Then you can watch the Nats beat the Mets at 705-202-675 Nationals.com. Or you can always stop by the box office right here at the ballpark. Let's see if somebody can get Martin Prado out. He's been on base 5 of his last 6 times.
They got 2 freebies so far today, a couple of walks.
Hot shot. Morris right there. Shows off that ice. 2 outs. Well, you come in the ball game, the ball will find you, won't it?
Yes, it will. Mike Morse over here. Got to catch it first. Comes up. Shows off the strong arm from third base. Gobbles it up. And he fires it over to Adam Dunn. Might be the 2 biggest corner infielders right now playing in Major League Baseball.
I was just thinking the same thing. Morse listed at 6'5", 230. And Adam Dunn listed
6'6".
at 6'6", 287. That ball jacked high in the air by Chipper Jones, right field. Elijah Dukes looking into the raindrops in a quick inning. The first time the Braves go 1-2-3, and we've had a momentum shift in Washington. At Southwest.com and by Corona and Corona Light. Kick back and relax with an ice cold Corona and lime. Relax responsibly.
Score is 6-4 in favor of the Braves over the Washington Nationals here at Washington Nationals Park. As you see the rain coming down a little bit on the Exmo. Coors Light Freeze Cam brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Well, first basemen don't get a lot of credit, but today doing a great job scooping the ball out of the dirt and making some outs. Adam Dunn with the Nationals. Adam LaRoche over with the Braves, and you see him scooping it out of the dirt. And their infielders love them, and so do we at Coors Light with the Freeze Cam.
In the meantime, it's amazing how one swing of the bat by a pinch hitter totally changes the outlook of a ball game. And then your reliever, who's been struggling, comes out and gets a very quick 1-2-3 against the top of the inning. So the Nats are feeling pretty good here going into the bottom of the 6th. Ground crew has come out and worked on several areas of the infield with the Turfus or the Diamond Dry compound.
Or kitty litter.
They've worked on the pitcher's mound, the batter's box. And Bobby Cox has been in the news this week, Debbie Taylor.
Bobby Cox announcing this week, Bob, that he will retire after next season. Jim Riggleman called him a compassionate, wonderful man and a mentor.
Everybody in baseball, you know, who manages, you would like to get that respect someday, but not many of us will, because you know, how many people go through the game where nobody's got a bad word to say about you, but you win that much, you know, and he's been able to do that.
How impressive is this? Bobby Cox has notched 2,055 wins with the Braves and another 355 with the Blue Jays.
number 2 active behind Tony La Russa. They've been on each other's tails. And of course, Cornelius McGillicuddy, known better as Connie Mack, John McGraw, La Russa, Cox, Mr. Torrey, and Mr. Sparky Anderson. Josh Willingham jacks one. It's going to hook foul. Bobby Cox passed Sparky back in 06. 24th year with Atlanta. Jim Riggleman went on yesterday to say about Bobby Cox, or any manager, I really doubt if anybody will manage in the same place for 20 years again, given the nature of the game as it is today.
Well, I mean, look at Joe Torre, 11 years in New York. They boot him out unceremoniously, wins 4 championships, goes to the playoffs every year. Goes to Los Angeles, he's going to make the playoffs again for the 2nd straight year, so it'll be 13 straight years Joe Torre goes to the playoffs.
I heard you on the radio yesterday say that you would not mind seeing a Yankee-Dodger World Series. Wouldn't that be an extra added element to a matchup like that?
Joe versus Joe. Joe Girardi versus Joe Torre. And Bobby Cox did sign a 5-year consulting contract with the Braves to kick upstairs. Has been a general manager up in Toronto. So he would go up and basically be with John Schuerholz as another consultant to Frank Wren, the new general manager.
You know, sometimes it's a little unfair to put managers on a list with Connie Mack. He managed 53 years with the Philadelphia Athletics.
Didn't he do it all with a suit too?
He wore the old, you know, the old suit, and he had the hat on, the straw hat. He wasn't about to put a uniform on. John McGraw managed 33 years. And Willingham not able to make contact there. Josh 0 for 3. And the bottom of the 6th is underway.
Well, who's second on the managers to be ejected list once Bobby Cox retires?
You know what? How about, my guess would be Billy Martin. You think? I mean, Bobby Cox, what's he like, up 170, 180?
I don't even know if it's that high. I think he's more like 140, but
Earl Weaver would be up there.
Good call.
Yeah, that came from Doug Yulacki. Chip Winfield says maybe Lou Piniella. A lot of bubbling volcanoes there we've been talking about.
Look out.
That ball, we could hear it up here, banged off the railing coming down one of those aisles down there. How about some league notes? Roy Halladay, another complete game last night, but robbed the next 2, Lester and Pedro, affecting playoff scenarios.
Yeah, John Lester took a line shot in that Yankee game last night off the leg, had to be taken off, was writhing in pain on the ground for 5 minutes. Pedro has had that stiff neck for about a week now. So Kyle Kendrick will take his place. But the one thing the Phillies are not hurting for, it's a 4th pitcher for the first round of the playoffs. You have, as you saw the graphic before, you have Hamels and Lee, 1 and 2. You can flip-flop them any way you like. J.A. Happ. And Joe Blanton has really stepped up his game in the last month.
Adam Dunn down on strikes for the 2nd time today. Going back to what Jim Riggleman said about Bobby Cox, a recent Sports Illustrated poll of 380 major league players, they were asked, which manager would you most like to play for? 25% said Bobby Cox. Joe Torre was second with 16%. And players were not allowed to vote for their own manager. And probably most of the guys who didn't vote for Bobby Cox are in the American League, and they've never met the man. If they'd met him, they would have wanted to play for him.
Well, and as nice a man you'll ever see, but he will fight tooth and nail, not only for every call, but for his players. And that's what guys want to see. Managers that not only come out of the dugout, but when reporters will try to start some trouble with the manager and the players, Bobby will always back the players.
And Dukes gets under that one out to right field. Matt Diaz is there. Right there to help him out was Prado. Nats go in order. Ball game into the 7th inning. 6-4 Braves. The season packed with celebrations and great giveaways. Nats and Mets at 4:35, but you'll want to come early. First 20,000 fans receive a free Curly W fleece blanket, the same kind that Rob Dibble will be curling up in this winter in Connecticut. Get your tickets at nationals.com or call 202-675-NATS and get your red on. And I think Rob will also be using that in California because we know how cold it gets in the evening out there.
Oh, yeah. It gets mighty cold.
Give me a break.
It's 103 every day. But it does.
It's so cold at night. 72.
It will get down in the 40s, even the 30s in December, January out there.
All right.
I live near the mountains, so those canyons get cold.
Well, I'm sure when your dogs take you out to walk,
I'll wrap myself in the fleece blanket.
That's what who's walking who?
I think the dogs walk me.
McCann, Anderson, Escobar, 4, 5, and 6 for the Braves in the 7th. Nats have the Segovia out there for the 2nd inning in a row, so it's Tyler Clippard getting ready. A lot of baseball yet to be played in this one. 3 consecutive swings, 3 consecutive foul balls. This one catchable. Mike Morse for the first out. And that's 4 in a row for Segovia. Ask about the Nats at MASNsports.com. We'd love to hear from you. We posted new video blogs on the website this week from Jim Riggleman and from Adam Dunn, a weekly occurrence. And we'd love to hear from you with your Nationals-related questions. Thank you to all who have emailed in this year. Your questions have been very good. Garrett Anderson 1 for 3 with a double. Banged one off the scoreboard last time. And now he's only 6 hits away from 2,500. This guy's really had a nice career. In the air, routine fashion. Right field Dukes. 2 outs. Yunel Escobar coming up, and he's had 2 hits since late in the ballgame last night. And Rob, that was a little bouncing ball. Unfortunate for Mock. Driving in 2.
Yeah, he got that. He shot it through the right hand, and then a smash by Dukes. He gets rid of it immediately, and LaRoche helps him out at the end. But that play was made by the quick release. Confidence in your first baseman that he's going to scoop it up.
Escobar, 1 ball, 1 strike. Chopper left side. Morse cuts it. Well done. Look at that arm. That guy's got a gun. He also has a big bat. And if the Nats get somebody aboard in the 7th, Morse will be 2 up. he's been in the big leagues for 17 days already. Ian Desmond's done some interesting things. Hold up that rally bat, buddy. 6-4, bottom of the 7th coming up. Bart Gonzalez, Desmond, maybe Mike Morse. Rain pelting down here at the ballpark. 6-4 Braves. Tommy Hanson, 87 pitches. He's out for his 7th inning. And by the way, before it gets too late, Rob, principal owner Mark Lerner celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday to Mark.
Happy birthday, Mark.
And wonderful executive assistant to the GM Mike Rizzo, Carolyn Cardozo, celebrating her birthday as well. She is one of the great ladies who makes this organization hum along.
We love them both.
Happy birthday, kids. Josh Bart 0 for 1 with a walk. And a 1-1 pitch is a quality strike. Low in the zone. That's nasty. Strikeout number 6, and he's fanned 3 of the last 4 batters swinging. Our copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts, descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the expressed written consent of the Washington Nationals. Jason Bergman had a birthday yesterday. He turned 28. It's a big birthday weekend. Ryan Zimmerman will be 25 years of age on Monday. Alberto Gonzalez with a fly ball to center. And 2 quick outs. Now the Nats haven't had a hit since Mike Morse and his pinch hit home run. Peter Moylan joined by the left-hander Eric O'Flaherty.
Well, some other people born on this date: Catherine Zeta-Jones, Will Smith, Scottie Pippen.
I knew you were going to go pop culture on me here.
Yep. Christopher Reeve, Mark Hamill, Cheryl Tiegs, Michael Douglas.
Wow.
Phil Rizzuto, Barbara Walters.
A lot of beautiful people on this day.
There you go.
Man. Catherine Zeta-Jones, huh?
Yep. She is 40 today. Heather Locklear.
Man. Desmond high in the air, out of play. The Nats would love to see Ian get aboard for the big strong third baseman next, Mike Morse. Hitters being aggressive here late in the ballgame. We don't see too many guys sitting around taking pitches because Segovia and, of course, Tommy Hanson all day around the plate. That's nasty. Desmond gone. So are the Nats. 7 strikeouts for Tommy Hanson. They got a complete game last night. Now he's gone 7.
Braves are 11-3 in his last 14 starts against Livan Hernandez. 8-12 with a 5.5 earned run average. He is 4-15 career versus the Atlanta Braves with a 5.35 earned run average. Coverage begins at 1 o'clock. Nats Extra, hosted by Johnny Holiday and Phil Wood. Bob, I wonder if the Mets regret not signing Derek Lowe.
Oh my gosh. Oliver Perez has been a $36 million disaster there. In the words of a famous politician, you betcha. But I'm not sure it would have rescued the Mets season, would it? With all the injuries they've had.
Well, sure would have helped. The Braves have won 20 of the 32 starts by Derek Lowe. So you can pay someone now or you can pay him later.
Rain coming down hard, 4-pitch walk. And Adam LaRoche is the first base runner against Zach Segovia. Johnny and Ray trying to stay dry here at the ballpark. Nats Extra coming up after the ball game, presented by Verizon Fios. More decent defensive miscues today, and an inside look at that. 7 errors on this homestand. Jim Riggleman's thoughts and the aforementioned Lowe-Livan matchup tomorrow. Pardon me, I forgot it's Terrapins Football Saturday. Byron Kerr is here. Maryland and Rutgers today. At Diaz, bunting, foul ball, and that indicates that Hansen is done for the day because Kelly Johnson is on deck to hit for him. They've gotten 97 pitches and 7 great innings out of him. It's coming down at the ballpark. Bob, Rob, and Debbie here on MASN HD. A Saturday matinee. Only 4 home games after this. And the Braves, who led early 5-0 and 6-1, lead 6-4 here in the 8th. Diaz swings away. Desmond Gonzalez, a pretty 6-4-3. Remember the double play those two turned in the rain in Florida 2 weeks ago? This might be the second best.
A hard hit ball. It's been a steady rain for the last hour. Some muddy patches out there, but it doesn't bother Desmond and Gonzalez. Over to Dunn. Nicely done.
Kelly Johnson, as recently as last year, looked like a rising star with the Braves at second base. But he's hitting only .221 this year. Has basically lost his job to Martin Prado. He was also leading off for the Braves. Line drive hitter with speed and occasional pop. Tommy Hansen in line for his 11th win of the year. 4 runs in 7 innings. He only gave the Nats 4 hits. Struck out 7, walked only 1, but the one he walked did score ahead of the Mike Morse home run. Logan Kensing joining Ron Vallone. Kelly Johnson, by the way, good pinch hitter this year, 5 for 16 with an RBI. Rob, it looks to me, and I know you've been touting this guy for a while because you can see his talent, But it seems to me the Nats are starting to trust Logan Kensing a little more in later game situations because of that great fastball he possesses.
Well, his upside is that he can be one of the best setup guys / closers in the game. Downside has been his command and the location of his fastball. And if they can just change a few things, get him to repeat his delivery and challenge guys with the fastball, I like him going away from hitters. And the more he does that, the more he shows that not many guys are going to catch up to that 95. He's a good guy going into the offseason to be looking for next year here. I've talked with him. I know McCaddy has talked with him. Tim Foley's told me that down in the minor leagues, Kensing was lights out. You have to be able to transfer that kind of ability out onto the field here at the major leagues.
Yep. ERA under 2 and 17 saves in 31 games at Syracuse. Marlins gave up on him, but maybe he's gone to something with the Nats here. Bases empty, 2 outs, 3-2. And Zach Segovia trying to wrap up 3 innings of scoreless relief here.
What did Whitey Herzog say? Give me a guy that throws 95 and I'll teach him how to throw strikes. You can't teach 95-mile-an-hour fastballs. You're either born with it or you're not.
And a bouncer to the right side slowly for Gonzalez. Great work by Zach Segovia. He gets 9 very important outs. Morse leading off in the 8th. The Nats would come from behind a bit on a great pinch hit home run, a 3-run shot by Mike Morse back in the 5th inning. When he knocked that one out of here, it became 6-4. It still is. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. Your world delivered. Herky-jerky, hard-throwing left-hander Mike Gonzalez takes over for the Braves here. The first relief pitcher to appear in this series for Atlanta, and it takes place in the 17th inning of the series. This guy never has a very high ERA. Morse out of play, right field corner. This year for Gonzalez, 2.56, and that's just under his career ERA of 2.62.
Well, he's got a different delivery. He's rocking, he's moving, he's got all kinds of things working.
Nasty breaking ball.
Goes off speed. See him, he's on the third base side.
Yeah, his right foot's about halfway down the hill. And that's ball about halfway to first base.
Okay.
That's what you call wasting one.
His foot, as Bob said, on the corner of the third base side rubber. So it looks like he's throwing right at Mike. Just a bit up with that.
2-2. And a nasty breaking ball down and in. 8th strikeout issued by a Braves pitcher today. Top of the order now, Harris, and then the pitcher's spot. 1:35 family fun day tomorrow here at the ballpark. Good pitching matchup, Lee Vaughn and Derek Lowe. And then, of course, the Mets are in for 3, so join us. Your chances are dwindling. 888-632-NATS or nationals.com. And Justin Maxwell is going to hit for Willie Harris here. Maxwell as a pinch hitter, 1 for 3. And I'm sure Justin will stay in, play center field. Manager looking for some late inning pop here. He has Guzman waiting. Christian has a sore right shoulder that's affecting his throwing right now, and Jim Riggleman said he might not play shortstop the rest of the season. And the Nats get a base runner.
Famous Dave's on the Exmo action today. Here you see the strikeout of Elijah Dukes. And you see the ball getting by Elijah. Famous Dave's on the Exmo tomorrow. Famous Dave's will be feeding our entire Masson crew. We're open daily for lunch and dinner, dine in, or grab a load and hit the road with Famous Dave's to go. It's awfully nice of Famous Dave's.
They're going to feed our crew.
And yeah.
Are they bringing a semi?
Watch your fingers, Dave.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman, who's 1 for 1 with an RBI as a pinch hitter this year. Ryan Zimmerman on the year, 99 RBIs at third base and 1 as a pinch hitter. That's a pretty nasty breaking ball. And the count's even, 1-1. Ryan getting the day off today and no real injury to report. Just normal 26th of September general soreness for a guy who plays almost every inning of every game. Off speed, he ripped it and he broke his back.
He was all over that inside breaking ball by Gonzalez. Wow, look at how out in front he is, and he hits that thing directly over the stands down the left field line.
Yeah, that ball hits the end of the green down there, and that bat breaks it every time. Rain still coming down very steadily. The paths between the bases starting to really get wet. And Zimmerman high in the air, right field. It'll stay in the park for Matt Diaz. 2 outs. Now it'll be Josh Willingham, who's hit 2 long balls to right center today. Willingham 0 for 3. Strikeout the other time in the 6th.
Well, Gonzalez coming into today against this, Bob, a 6.3 earned run average, 5 hits, 4 runs, 5 walks to go with 11 punch outs.
Well, he's really pitching great to the right-handers here.
Well, he knows when he goes power on power, he gets lit up against us, so he's going a lot of soft stuff. Gonzalez, like Chipper Jones and Garrett Anderson, has a back problem that's been ailing him.
Locking up Josh on a breaking ball. And the count's 1-2.
Yeah, it was that 4th of July Hansen game, as a matter of fact, that he came in here. 3rd of an inning, 1 hit, 3 runs, couple of walks.
Yeah, that's when the Nationals scored 4 runs in the 8th inning to win that game 5-3. He was responsible for 3 of those runs. Not today. After all those breaking balls, he buzzes Willingham with a heater. Strikes out 2 in the inning, strands a runner. The Nats have only stranded 2 runners today in a 6-4 game. And by Land Rover, designed for the extraordinary. Well, the Nats hoping to add some years onto those championships someday. Right now, the ground crew adding whatever they can to the infield to get things dried out. It's been raining for the better part of the last hour here. Game has not been interrupted per se. This is not considered an interruption because the teams are basically on the field and just waiting for a few things to be cleaned up. Now, Mike McDougall coming into the game for the Nationals, he requested they work on the mound a bit when he came out. And there's Mike Morse, who back in the 5th inning provided us with our thrill of the day. A pinch hit home run, his first as a Nat, his 4th big league home run. And Rob, it's a thing of beauty. Straightaway center right up into the batter's eye.
3-2 fastball, dead red. And dead homer in the batter's eye out in center field up there on the grassy part of the ballpark.
You know, when you get the 4th drive of the game, you should be allowed to take that baby for a spin afterwards.
I think they should give it to you. That's just me.
It's a lot of cars. We do it every day.
It's all right. Maybe you loan them to the players for 6 months. Put your stuff on the side. They get a free car. You get free advertising.
Listen to you.
Just trying to help the Ford people market their product.
So the ground crew's still doing their thing. They've put plenty of turfus between first and second base. The crew chief is Tim Cheetah. That's the home plate umpire, Paul Emmel. But it's the responsibility of the crew chief, who's right between home plate and the pitcher's mound right now. And Tim Cheetah's been around for a long, long time. He was one of the American League umpires for many years before they merged the Umpire Association. He's in his 24th year. There's Tim. Ryan Zimmerman, no defense today, Rob, but we never get tired of watching this kid play third base.
Nope. He has been brilliant at third base. So enjoy some of these highlights because we have. It makes your life a lot easier, Bob, as a pitcher, knowing that at least at third base, nothing is getting by the Zimmerman. Okay, he's got to get tired. No wonder he needed a day off today. Look at these catches.
Bang.
Was in Philadelphia.
Yeah, even the Philly fans couldn't think of anything bad to say.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you tried to hurt our tarp. That was a tremendous play.
And as expected, Justin Maxwell stays into play center field.
I think we just call him 4.0.
Max?
Yeah.
Smart guy.
He is a very smart man.
I'd let him do my fillings someday. His mom and dad, both dentists.
I don't know about his dad, though. His dad might put like a camera in my tooth.
That's right.
He works on the president's teeth. Shh, we're not supposed to say that.
Dibble can.
How do they know what I'm doing all the time?
And why would we want to?
That's true.
What I'm wondering.
I don't know. Big Brother is watching.
You would wear me out. Well, it's huge every day for the Braves now. If they win this one, they'll be 3 back of the Rockies. And as we mentioned earlier tonight, at 8:10 Eastern Time, Adam Wainwright for the Cardinals and Ubaldo Jimenez for the Rockies. Florida and San Francisco, 8-9 games left, 5 games out. Doubtful whether one of those could make a run. And of course, the Braves and the Marlins get together for 3 in Atlanta Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before the Nats come down there. So I know what the Braves are thinking because one of their guys told me last night, take care of business in Washington, take care of business in Florida, or with Florida at home, and then they hope they go into the final weekend with a 4-game series against our ball club within a game or so of Colorado. And I know they think they could beat the Nats, sweep them, or take 3 out of 4 in that weekend series. So the Braves have the best road. Giants' schedule doesn't look that difficult, but San Diego's been better lately. You know, the Padres have 72 wins.
The Padres have been much better in the second half of the season.
And the Marlins finish in Philadelphia. That'll be tough. Rockies have the Dodgers on the road their last 3. So while the Rockies are on the road and the Braves are at home, 1 week from today could be very, very interesting. And the Nats will be right in the middle of it. And Jim Riggleman told us a couple of weeks ago, when he plays contending teams, the Nats will be pulling out all the stops to try to win every game. None of this looking at this guy at this position or whatever. He'll pay respect to the game by trying to have his team at its best to win. Top of the order, Nate McLouth, 0 for 4 today and 0 for 9 in this series. Mike McDougall short on work lately. Gets a strike on a 3-0 pitch outside corner.
Great movement on a 93-mile-an-hour fastball.
And that's a fair ball. It takes a good care in front of Elijah Dukes. Runner slips.
Nope.
And he is safe.
Oh, no way.
As McLeod slipped, and I'm not even sure he knew the throw came in behind him.
Wow.
Looked like Elijah Dukes had his 13th assist of the year.
I'm not loving this call here.
I think Elijah caught a couple people by surprise.
Elijah Dukes comes up with the carom. He throws it right to first base. Done. No, he might have got the foot in there. But you see McLeod luckily avoids getting injured. Well, it looked like he tagged him in the leg before he got back to the bag.
Down goes Martin Prado.
Well, you got to watch out now. If the bases are slippery and stuff, guys can get hurt. McLeod slip coming around first.
And the rain now.
Tagged.
The rain now has nearly stopped. It's just a little sprinkle. Nowhere near as hard as it was. That's a good bunt. McDougal to Gonzalez. McLeod down to second with 1 out. 1-4 on the sack. That brings up Chipper. Chipper 1 for 4 today. 337 with runners in scoring position. And a good pick by Josh Barr. Nate McLeod, first time on base in this series. And the Braves looking for an insurance run. As they warm up, Rafael Soriano, who has 26 saves. I wonder if they would leave Mike Gonzalez in for the first batter done. That ball drilled to left, and that is over Josh Willingham, who turned one way and then the other. Braves lead 7-4. Chipper drives in his 69th run. It's a great compact swing, isn't it?
He's going to the Hall of Fame someday because of it.
Yes, he is. So McDougal gives up 2 hits. He's done. And with Brian McCann coming up, here comes Ron Vallone. Nasser nursing Sean Burnett through a tender stretch here physically. And so Jim Riggleman said this morning, Ron Vallone's been the one guy he's been able to count on day after day, all year long, no matter what the situation, since he came back. Contract selected by Syracuse May 7th. So he missed 5 weeks of the season, and he's still appearing in his 59th game.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it is.
It's a lot of work.
He's averaging like almost 12 games a month. I've been meaning to ask this, and I always forget about it. You know, Ron Vallone pitching for 12 teams reminded me of this. Rob, when you depart a ball club, do you take a uniform with you? Do they give you something to take with you? Oh my. I guess we'll have to hold off on that one for a minute.
Yeah, you might have to take that with you.
Yikes. Brian McCann launching one, and it's 9-4. No longer a safe situation unless Mike Gonzalez stays in the game. And the Braves have blasted the Nats again today.
Yes, you do take the uniform to answer your first question. Okay. McCann right here, 2-0, expecting fastball. He got a breaking ball, kept the hands back, and crushed it.
I was just thinking Ron Vallone has quite a collection. 12th Major League team, but he'd rather forget that offering. And two of those runs charged to Mike McDougal. Escobar after Garrett Anderson here, who doubled off the wall in the 4th inning for his 2,494th hit. There's 2,495. And the Braves have 11 hits today. Riggleman's going out to get Vallone. Logan Kensing on the way. Bullpen failing to keep this a 2-run game, and now it's a 5-run game with only 1 out in the top of the 9th.
Brian McCann earlier in the year had eye problems. This is the textbook form. You see the head down, See the nice leg drive moving forward, and he connected with that fastball that was up in the zone.
Former University of Delaware player Reed Gorecki running for Garrett Anderson.
Now, what'd you say? Gorecki is 28 years old?
Yeah.
Rookie?
Yeah.
That's another guy with perseverance.
There's another line drive. Gorecki heading for third.
Oh, he's coming.
Yeah, Brian Snitker will send him. He'll score easily. And the Braves lead 10-4. And 2 runs charged to Valone now.
Escobar, you see that? Very nice form by him on that pitch. And then you see Gorecki, who's got some really good legs. Reminds me a lot of Scott Pasednik, who kind of got a late jump on his career at the major league level and then stole a bunch of bags with the Brewers.
Escobar, 3 RBIs in the day, 74 on the year. They're going up hacking. Adam LaRoche 1 for 2 with a pair of walks. Garrett Mock will be 3-10 by the time this day is done. Tommy Hanson in line now for his 11th win of the year, making a further case for Rookie of the Year. And he'll get another start. He'll probably face the Nats in the first game of that series in Atlanta next Thursday. That would tie him with J.A. Happ of the Phillies.
They've got some physical concerns, though, with Happ. Remember that some of these young guys are going into uncharted innings pitch territory.
Another rocket. Right field, and it gets by Elijah Dukes. That'll be the Nats' 3rd error of the day. RBI hit, E9. Dukes' 2nd error of the day, 8th of the year.
Comes charging in. Exmo will show where it gets by him.
5 errors in this series. This is frightening. Since the Dodgers came to town Tuesday night, the Nationals have made 11 errors in 5 games. I don't care if it's September 26th or March 26th. That is unacceptable.
I've said it
and it's
before.
everybody. It's not 1 or 2 guys.
It's everybody is having trouble. Concentration. You're major leaguers. You're expected. This is part of your job. Catch the ball, throw the ball, hit the ball.
Hard to believe this is the 14th game this year in which the Nationals have made 3 or more errors. Matt Diaz, the hitter. Up the middle. Desmond to his left. Tough play. Good play. Good finish. 2 outs. Well, the more you see him at shortstop, Rob, the more you like him.
Well, it's his true position. He's got great range. Goes to his left very well. Right here. Pretty muddy conditions. Picks up the ball. Guns it over to Adam Dunn. Exmo. He's using the 2 hands. Brings it back into himself. Nice soft hands, get a little bit of a grip. Make a strong throw to first.
Greg Norton will bat for Mike Gonzalez here. He'll go up hacking. And Willingham over to grab that.
Great catch going away.
I'm telling you, pitchers are giving up line drives, the defense tested, and the Braves tack on a 5 spot in the top of the 9th.
rain. Bob Carpenter and Rob Dibble with the final call after this.
Reed Gurecki in left field as he had come in a pinch run for Garrett Anderson. And the left-hander will be 24-year-old Eric O'Flaherty. Braves got him off waivers from the Seattle Mariners last November. Braves went over 700 runs today, by the way. When they put 11 on the board, they've now scored 708 runs this year. And the Nationals have now given up 851. Adam Dunn 0 for 3, pair of strikeouts. That didn't take long. Adam Dunn's down on strikes for the third time today, and the 170th strikeout of the year.
Flaherty comes in, big sweeping hook, lower part of the strike zone below the knees, and that guy's 6'6". That's a pretty low pitch, but I guess it's raining. It's 11-4.
Be swinging.
You better be hacking.
Elijah Dukes 0 for 3. Well, the Braves are taking care of their business. They're hoping for help from St. Louis tonight. That's a little tapper. O'Flaherty falls, and Dukes will be given a base hit with one out here in the ninth. That's the Nationals' first hit since Mike Morse' 3-run pinch homer in the 5th.
Elijah hits a soft tapper in between the pitcher's mound at third base and O'Flaherty. It's a little rough patch. Down he goes. I don't think he would have thrown Elijah out anyway, but
Josh Bart 0 for 2 with a walk. Batting left-handed. Josh hit his 6th of the year last night.
Well, he got nice extension in New York. He gets good extension right there and crushes the ball to right field. See if he can do it right-handed.
Got a chopper, third baseline. No way to get Bart on a ball like that.
Wow.
And the Nats have a pair of dribblers for base hits here in the 9th inning.
Can't place it any better, even if you rolled it out there with your bare hand. And Josh deserved one of those. He's doing everything he can to get down.
I'm a little surprised the Braves have Chipper Jones playing third base in a 7-run game under conditions like this.
I think Chipper has the seniority to say, listen, I'm staying in the game when he wants to. I think he's that loved there.
That makes sense. You know, when I saw them pinch hit Greg Norton, I just assumed he would go to third, but maybe Chipper wanted to be out there to finish it off with his teammates. They're in a race for a wild card spot. That's a good point, Rob.
I'm sure
And
they would have gone to, I'll ask Chipper tomorrow, but I'm sure with Bobby Cox, they would have gone to him and said, do you want to come out?
Chipper near the bag, chose to throw instead of going to the bag, and Gonzalez is safe on a ball that gets out of the glove of LaRoche. I thought Chipper had time to run over and maybe get a force play. They'll probably have to give him an error for a low throw. Oh, base hit.
They give him a base hit. This is a tough play right here. You see the pick, but the tough play, part of the play is coming up. You got to right yourself, make a strong throw. Tries to skip it there, and LaRoche couldn't pick that one.
And it did look like Dukes was close enough to the bag that Chipper made the only play he could.
Well, and Bobby Cox has Rafael Soriano warming up.
Let's see, the Nats would have to get still a couple more guys on base.
He's ready. I mean, I'm surprised he's not bringing him in here against Desmond. I bet he'll bring him in against Morris.
Well, he certainly will if O'Flaherty doesn't get Desmond, but it won't be a safe situation yet. Bobby Cox,
he can't worry. He doesn't have, Bobby Cox doesn't have the luxury to get it to a safe situation.
Yeah.
He wants to just get the win.
2-1. It's not like O'Flaherty's giving up rockets here.
No. Two dribblers out in front of the plate, and then a soft roller to the right of Chipper Jones. And
Desmond looks at one over below, 3-1. And you've got a big power guy on deck. Now it's time for Ian to be aggressive. He's 1 for 3 today, and he's had only 3 hits in his last 26 at bats. He jacks one to right field. It'll stay in the ballpark for Diaz. It'll be the second out of the inning, and the score is 11-5 on Desmond's 6th RBI.
Morse, chance for a big afternoon, but looks like Bobby Cox is going to make that switch.
Interesting. And Bobby Cox sometimes, even when he's not happy with a pitcher, he'll still give him the pat on the back when he leaves the mound. That's Bobby being Bobby. And here's Soriano coming in. Non-save situation. But every out, every win, big for the Braves. Morse coming up. Nationals walk off again. Nationals beat Toronto in that series, and a great moment from 09. All right, here we go. Mike Morse, Rafael Soriano, 26 saves on the year, 11-5 ball game, and Power, 93, a swing and a miss.
You don't really need a gun to know Soriano throws hard. We've seen him a few times this year. He will mow down some guys.
Only 16 Major League saves, Rob, coming into the season.
Yep.
And Gonzalez has 10. That's just a fastball, center cut. Mike couldn't reach it. And the Braves have one strike to gain a half game on Colorado in the wild card race. Is over. 2 hours and 48 minutes for the Braves to pound the Nationals 11-5. And they'll go for the sweep tomorrow. For Rob Dibble and Debbie Taylor, Bob Carpenter. Atlanta 11, Washington 5, Masson 2.